Sometimes there's a reason a classic becomes a classic. Stick around. Hi, and welcome to the Weekend Camper channel. Here we do a variety of campsite and product reviews targeted especially at those of us who enjoy weekend camping. If you find this video helpful, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the Weekend Camper channel. In this video, we're going to review the Coleman Classic 2-burner propane camp stove. As I mentioned in the tease to this video, there's often a reason why something becomes a classic, and it's not just because it's old. In the case of this Coleman stove, while it dates back nearly 70 years, it still makes it to the top of many best camp stove lists in 2022. At under $50, I'm hoping this stove will be everything it's cracked up to be. If you've seen my earlier video on campsite cooking, you know I'm adding to my outdoor cooking toolkit after some very fun campouts where group activities around meal preparation were an important part of the adventure. Being able to set the stove on a folding table or at the campsite's picnic table puts the cook right in the middle of all the activities. As I'm getting ready for upcoming camping trips, I'm doing this review here on my patio. Here's a quick look at some of the important specifications. First, the stove weighs in at about 12 pounds. Its dimensions are about 4 by 22 by 14 inches, and it has adjustable wind guards on the sides that will allow you to place both a 10 and 12-inch pan on the stove at the same time. The burners are rated at 10,000 BTUs each for a total of 20,000 British thermal units. That should be plenty of heat for my outdoor cooking needs. The stove folds up compactly and has a handle on its underside. It's a propane stove, so it comes with a little propane gooseneck connector to attach the stove to one of those 1-pound green propane bottles you can find just about anywhere. The gooseneck stores safely away under the grate in the stove. Speaking of the grate, the steel grate comes off easily, making the silver-colored stove floor easy to keep clean. Even the burners will screw off for an occasional deep cleaning. Some reviewers have said that one of the cons for this little stove is that the burner adjustability isn't that great. We'll try that out and see if the newly manufactured stoves fix that problem. So, with that in mind, let's get this thing out of the box and see what we have. So here we have the Coleman Classic out on the table. We're going to set it up here just by unsnapping the lid, opening the top, then the wind shields come up and they just fit right there, and you can change how far they're open by how far you push them in. Get this other one out there. Again, just push it down and get it in to the degree that you want it. The grate just lifts off, and the propane connection kind of fits in there and sets in that little hole so it doesn't rattle around too much. And we're going to screw the propane in over here on this side. And I've got a 1-pound can of propane right here. We're just going to screw it into the little gooseneck. Nice and tight. Go back, make sure the connection here is tight. That should work. And then we're going to use a lighter to get it lit. So we're going to open the valve. You can hear it. And there it is. Got them both burning now. Nice heat coming off those guys. It's kind of a bright day, so you may not be able to see the flames, but you can certainly hear them burning. So that's looking pretty good. It's pretty easy to use. Should be easy to get whatever size pan you want on it. And let's see if we can keep an eye on the flame here and see what we can. I can see a little of it there then just in the back. Now it's just a hint of a flame back there. Now I've got it turned up, going up even more. You can probably hear it. Now this little valve goes around a couple of times, and so my guess is that those earlier complaints about adjustability on the burners has been fixed, because this is a very low flame. So if you wanted to keep some coffee hot or just doing something simmering, it seems like it would work very well. I've got the valve closed now, and the heat's gone. And then the same thing on this one. We've got some good heat there. Turning it up. Very nice. Valve is very smooth controlling. And there is just a hint of a flame right there as we're almost completely off. So now we've got the stove off. Pretty pleased with that. It's time to do some sample cooking. So as you can see, we've got the stove all set up, the grates, the burners. We've got the propane here on the little gooseneck. It's not very windy, but we've got the wind guards up here. And so we are ready to cook some eggs and bacon. So let's get started. So within about a minute of putting the skillet on the fire, the bacon started sizzling, so the pan warmed up promptly. And right now we've got some really good smells happening out here on the patio. Hopefully I'm making my neighbors jealous. For eggs on a newly seasoned pan, this is not too bad. So I've got everything cleaned up after breakfast, and it was pretty tasty. As we look here at the stove, it's really in pretty clean. It didn't collect a lot of grease from the bacon that was frying, and so it's just about ready to be put away. I'll get a damp cloth when some of the grates completely cool off and wipe this baby down. Now, I am not a prepper by any means, but I do have these camping tools that can be used in an emergency situation. So this particular stove is one that's probably going to stay here at the house until it's time to load up the RV and go camping. Not only does it work well here outside if it was a particularly hot day and I didn't want to heat up the kitchen with our main stove, but it's also independent of fuel, so it's got the propane and it cooks quite well. So regardless of your use, whether for prepping or camping, the Coleman Classic remains a classic and a great choice. All in all, I think this Coleman Classic propane stove will do exactly what I want. It's lightweight, small and compact, and provides a good heat source for my outdoor cooking. I can see why this stove makes it to so many best of lists. Coleman's next series up is called the Triton line. They are very similar, but a bit bigger with fancier grate for your pots to sit on. They are also rated at 11,000 BTUs per burner versus the Classic's 10,000 BTUs. They look pretty nice, but for my needs at about half the price, this Coleman Classic should be just about perfect. Hey, If you found this video helpful, please click the thumbs up button below the video and subscribe to the Weekend Camper channel. Click the bell icon to be notified when I post new videos. Thanks for watching and happy camping.